Hi guys, good to have you all back and happy Sunday. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Okay, for today I have actually an antique haul. Yeah, as you probably know, a couple of weeks ago, Sophie from the Crafty Platypus from France visited. And then during a weekend, then on a Saturday, we went thrifting to some lovely thrift shops with lovely prices. And then on Sunday, we visited an antique flea market. They had less lovely prices, still affordable, especially because I brought my own personal negotiator. I did not pay full price for anything. For anything. No, she negotiated. So I am not leaving home without her again. And I found some beautiful items, lovely treasures that I want to share with you. So not a lot, but still enough to make a lovely video. Yeah? So grab your cup of tea and a snack. And I hope you're into haberdashery because found a lot. Let's start with some lovely trims and laces and such. There we go. So last time I visited this antique flea market, there was a lady with boxes with lots of trims. If you follow my thrift hauls, you know what I'm talking about. And I was hoping she was still there. She was. And I brought my two friends with me. And I didn't need to negotiate. She just gave me a lovely discount because she remembered who I was and she really appreciated me bringing my friends. So yeah, and we bought a lot. I can tell you, yeah, we did. I bought this whole roll, which is 4.5 meters, of lovely crocheted trim. It's so 60s, 70s. It's just fantastic. It's a lot. I'll probably share some with my friends. I just look at the color green. It's just fantastic. Then I have this one. Again, no, this is 6 meters. What's this? This was 4.5 meters for €3.80. I know the prices were ridiculous. And this is 6 meters for €4.50. It's like sort of chenille in between here. It's very soft. Love the colors. There's a lot. These were probably used as trims in furniture, I guess. Not for clothing. No, that'd be sort of ridiculous. So, loads. Then some other sort of trim. This probably came from, I think, bedding or linens. But it's just lovely, isn't it? It's embroidered little trees with, I guess they're trees. I don't know. But looks lovely. Love the colors. Again, loads on here. 6 meters. That's the size that they wrapped them in. And it was €4.90. Another one of these sort of materials trims. Isn't this lovely? Yeah. I especially like this because it's double-sided. See this? Single-sided. All the lovely stuff is on the bottom. And then you have this cut off. So most likely I will use it like this. Have to fold it over and then just use this. But this I can use as a belly band or wrapped all around the journal or what have you. €4 for almost 3 meters. And I absolutely love it. Looks like a little bit ginghamy type, right? Oh, this is actually the nice side. This is the front. This is the back. Well, enjoy both sides. Another one of these heavy sort of furniture trims is this one with sort of pinkish red and then green and yellow. 5 meters, well, 5.5 meters for €4. It was just fantastic. I love them. They had boxes and boxes full. At one point, I'm like, can you put this away at home? Do you still have room? I don't. Look at this. Love it. It's green gingham, so yay. Then it's these lovely pots with flowers. It's really 60s, 70s, and this will lend itself for any retro journal, any spring journal. I would love to do, like, at one point, a recipe vintage cooking journal or something, and that'll be amazing with this trim. Over 6 meters for €6.30. I'm going to share it with some of my friends. It's just fantastic. Now, this might look plain, and it is plain, but these I will probably have the most use out of. Yeah, for bindings around journals and such, or use just a piece of it like this on the top of a tag, like a tag topper. Yeah, that just looks amazing. For nautical journal or something like it. This is more folklore. Look at the lovely florals. Yes. Yeah. And this is a small trim. It was €2.30. It's 3.5 meters, which is a lot, guys. It's a lot. Absolutely love it. It's very 50s, well, 60s, 70s again. Then I have this. We did pay up. I don't know if I'm the only one who got this. I believe Sophie also got a piece. This is almost probably antique. It's very heavy because it's made with gold. Well, not real gold, but gold thread, and it's just beautiful. It's 5.5 meters. No, it's two and a half, about 2.5 meters for 5 something. I took with me the smallest amount. There were big bundles of them, and it's just beautiful. We're gonna make a sort of a medieval or Victorian type of journal. It's just beautiful. Or for Christmas. Not that I do Christmas, but you know, let's pretend I do Christmas. Yeah. Speaking of, that looks like Christmas trees. You can actually, if you stack these, yes, piece here, then a smaller piece and a smaller piece, you could actually make sort of a Christmas tree with this, I'm thinking, on a card. With the fringe. Isn't it just lovely? Yes, this needs to go underneath a grandma couch at the end. Yeah. More trim. This is a little bit smaller. What did I pay for this? I don't know. €2.50 for 5 meters. Still, yeah. Again, 5 meters for just €2. Yes, she was very cheap. She was very cheap. Isn't it just lovely? I really like it. And then lace. Now, I usually don't pick up more of this sort of white lace because I already have so much. But this, well, it's stained. But that's, you know, for us, that's a bonus. Let me sort of try to unwrap it. Because there's colors in them. See, it has the blue roses and then the brown, whatever. And you can also cut these apart like a sort of an embellishment. Yeah. And it was 5 meters for €2.20. So yeah. So I bought all of these. I believe altogether it was like €45, and she charged me €40. So I got a €5 discount. So basically I got this for free. Let's say. Yeah? Good deal, right? Yes, now I need to find a spot for them. I'm going to do the Tetris thing in my room. Yes, here's a spot, there's a spot, there's a spot. I have more trims and haberdashery stuff. But first let me do some beautiful vintage fabrics. So this was at a vendor that had 2 boxes sort of underneath their stall. And there was already a lady on her knees, just, you know, going through the box. And I immediately loved them. These are actually, well, the vendor told me these are pillowcases. I don't think all of them are pillowcases, but these are definitely linens from the 70s. And they're just fantastic. They were just €1 a piece. Yeah, I know. So these were actually flea market prices. Now, I believe this is a pillowcase because it's doubled. Yes, it's a pillowcase. See? Yeah. And it's just really cool. Normally, these pillowcases are very faded because they've been washed and washed and washed. This one, it might not be real vintage, but it looks 70s to me. I just love the florals. It's double, so I can make twice the amount of journal covers out of this. This was the one that caught my eye. That is, well, this is true vintage. Absolutely, it is. It might have been yes, it is. It is a pillowcase because it has the button thingies in here. I don't know, loves, but I just love it. You know, it's green and flowers and orange. It just screams 1972 or something like it, right? It also smells like 1972. Speaking of which, look at that. Yes. Yeah, I find the material in very good condition for that era. I don't know. I think it's real. It looks real to me. If not, it's really good. Well, it smells real. It's really good faux 70s print. And I love the prints on this. Look at those colors. Yeah. Then this one. Very bright. Very out there. Again, was this a pillowcase? Yes, it's a pillowcase. I almost feel like it's just very old material and then someone made them into pillowcases recently. That could be the case as well. Speaking of case. Yeah. Isn't that lovely? Very bright and floral. And this again, it's so 70s. Look at that. I believe we had wallpaper like this. Does that not bring you back to, you know, the golden days? I just love it. Again, big piece. And this is actually a pillowcase. Actually, just one of them wasn't a pillowcase. The rest were. So the lady was right. This used to be a pillowcase. It no longer is. Which is sad because this is my favorite one. I would have loved to have 2 pieces of it. But still. Yeah? Fantastic for my collection. So those are the fabrics. I have more trims, but then small ones. Even before we entered the actual flea market, there were some vendors on the outside of the flea market. Yeah. And I spotted this one. I absolutely love it for this. I just love this. Yeah. There is trim on the inside and it's filled. It's just new. It's a new packaging. See, there's more of the trim on the inside. I mainly love it for the packaging. And I told my friend, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And before you know it, she already bought it for me. Yeah, I need to be careful, very careful what I say with my best friend because she tends to want to make me happy. Yes, and it's beautiful. And I could probably scan this and make this into something. Yeah, but I'm going to cherish it for now. Look at that. Yeah, cool, right? Then, we'll have a bunch. These are 10 pieces. We went to another vendor that had beautiful laces, a little bit more expensive. Sophie actually bought a lot there. Yes, you need to watch Sophie's haul videos. But there was also a box with smaller pieces of trim and such, and they were 50 cents each. And also, if you bought 10, you paid €3. So I paid €3 for the lot. Yeah. A lot of it was just the same or just seam binding that I don't use. But I took the most beautiful ones. So I have some just real lace. There it is. Just pretty. I love the color. It's already sort of coffee dyed for me. So I really like this. And then this one because it's not really florals. So I love this. I could weave another piece of whatever through. And I really love the color. Then this very lovely lace. And also I think I'll probably love the card that's underneath even more. There's a vintage card hidden underneath. Can you see here? Monette. There's treasure. There's treasure on the inside. Yes. And it's just lovely sort of peachy lace with some black. Is it black? Or very dark brown trim. Look at this one. Not trim. No, it's a tassel. It's a tassel. And you can actually, I think you can actually attach this to a spine of a journal. That'll look amazing, right? Yeah. I had to get it with me. Now, these are smaller pieces, probably used for lingerie. Yeah, for bra straps or something. But I love them. It's the pink with the gray. And they're just small pieces. But hey, I'm okay with it. I probably just need a small piece for a tag topper or on the edge of a pocket or what have you. Then some, this is probably not vintage, but it's very dirty. And that makes it look vintage. Just some trim with some polka dots. Classic. You cannot go wrong with this. Another very dirty piece of lace, trim, what have you. And to us, this is just a bonus. You don't need to distress it or coffee dye it. It's already been done. Yeah. And then also some black lace because you can barely find black lace. And it sort of has these loopies on the bottom. Small, just small trim. Cute, right? Yeah, look, and I think it's 5 meters. Now, I wanted 10, so I was searching, and then I found these that don't look spectacular, but actually, I think they are. Just, imagine not using baker's twine, but using this. Why not? Why not use this? Yeah, and I think it looks cool. It's a lovely color. And then this one as well, it has lots of meters on it. Instead of using the baker's twine or for toppers on tags or what have you. So all of this was €3. I'm not going to leave it there. No. So came home with me. Need to find a lovely spot for it. What else do I have? I have more haberdashery. I'm gonna keep it for later. Let's do some paper items in between. Yes, let's do some paper items. Sophie arrived a little bit earlier than we did, so she was already sort of going through all the vendors that were outside of the actual flea market. And she found 2 of these, and she shared that one of them with me. Do I have enough room? Yes. It's newer. It's a ledger book. They don't use these anymore, so this is probably maybe from the 80s. It's completely new. It's by Atlanta. You probably can't find these anymore. What is this? Oh yeah, you can put I don't know. For some, I don't do bookkeeping, love. I just love the ledger, and I love these colors. Has numbers here, has columns there with numbers. You can write here, and it's completely new, untouched, and you don't actually need to coffee dye it because it has this lovely sort of ivory shade to it. Yes, and this is probably what you could use this because there's this in here. So you could actually put, I don't know, I don't do bookkeeping, but that's probably what it's used for. And they are signatures. They're bound in. So, oh my gosh, just don't ruin them completely. Yeah, so let me show you. Here's what I'm doing. I'm doing it right away because otherwise I will put the book away, forget it, and because I really want to use one of these signatures. So this is my special scissors for taking out signatures. It's tweezer scissors. Tweezer scissors or eyelash scissors. This is the brand Roser. But I believe other brands have these as well. And then I'm just going to take them out. 1 and 2, probably. I can probably take out 4. And they're huge. They're really, really big. This is probably 10 inches. And this is probably 16 or 17. I did not really measure them. I just eyeballed it. So I don't know if you can coffee dye this. Because sometimes these, if they're older, will bleed. They will start to bleed when they're wet. So I'm going to try one of them for coffee dyeing. But honestly, guys, yes. And this one is already sort of glued to the other page. So I'm going to leave it at this. So, yes, ledger book. A ledger book. Big one. Already took out some pages. For me, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I just bumped the camera. For me to have some fun with. Yeah? My friend Corina found some lovely cards. Now, here's what we do. When a couple of us young journalers or crafters or creators, most of the time, when we go to a flea market or a thrift shop or something like it, and we see something that has multiple quantities, yes, a larger amount, we share. That's just what we do. If you do not want to share, you cannot come with us. Yeah. So, Corina found these old cards. I have 3 of these, yes, and 1 of those. And she knows I love these images. They're just fantastic. I don't know exactly what these were used for. Probably for an invitation or something. But they're quite a bit older and I absolutely love them. They are sort of coated, so it's not matte paper. And then I have these. If you've watched Sophie's channel, you recognize them. The lady had this big of a pile of these cards. Now, normally, we'd ask, what do you want for the whole pile? But they were all the same. If I still would have my Instagram shop, I'd buy the whole pile and then sell them. But now they're only for, personal use. So we all had a couple of them, 5. They were 50 cents each. And they're lovely. They were printed in Belgium. It's very matte paper. I could probably even print on it on the inside. It's not embossed, but they're definitely older. This is definitely 50s. So I have 5 of those. Then Corina found a whole pile of these. These are small magazines for manly men that do DIY. So it's DIY. And I have these that are more for sewing patterns. The one that's called Marion. And this is After 5. DIY, whatever. And it comes with instruction thingies, ephemera, and this is from 1962, so vintage for sure. Do not be offended if you were born in 1962. You're vintage. Yes, so it has all of these. Isn't that fantastic? Now, in the ones that I have, they're sewing patterns. Lovely sewing pattern. This is more for, do you want to make something with wood or whatever? Look at that. It's a sort of it's even an envelope with a language course inside. And it goes to Rotterdam. I'm not going to open it up, loves, because it's very thin paper, but it has, if you want to order a language course. So that's pretty cool. Look at all these 60s pictures and advertisement pieces. It's so cool. I just love it. So no lovely ladies pictures in here. Just, manly stuff. If you want to make it this. Now I know how to make it this. But it's cool. These are just fantastic for a background. On a tag and then put on a flower and a label. And, you're done. Now I only have one of these. So not very likely I'm going to cut in them. But I might use the lovely ephemera pieces. Now, these. Oh, let's first talk about these. A gentleman had vintage cards. Now, I have so many vintage cards. I decided not to buy any. But then I saw this one. It's a birthday card for someone who turned 6. I have never seen anything like it. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It's not written on the back. It would probably be in an envelope or something. It says, it's your 6th birthday, joyful day, and for the rest of your life, blah, blah, blah. Happy birthday. Beautiful, right? Most likely 50s. But I love that the colors are still so, so vibrant. Now, this is a story. Yes, we saw these in a stand. And I already fell in love with them. They are in very bad condition. I did not realize how bad of a condition they were in. I have never seen them. This is Weldon's Ladies Journal. It is from the UK. Even though it does say here Vlaamse uitgave. It's been released in Belgium for some reason. But it is all in English. Now, I've shown these to Tony, who's from the UK. And I was like, do you know this? She says, I have never seen it. They're fantastic. But I was thinking these could be very expensive because I've never seen them. They're rather rare. They are 100 years old. This is from 1926, 1923, 1920. So let's call them all antique. Normally I would pass them by because I do not like to be disappointed. Because probably they will ask about 15 euros for one magazine. And I do not want to pay 15 euros for a magazine. So I was with, my 2 friends and my negotiator. We all looked at them. And Corina was like, are you not buying them? And I told her, these are going to be very expensive. Well, she said, we're just going to ask. So the lady actually wanted 5 euros a piece. I was already sort of cheering in the background. Because I was like, oh my gosh, 5 euros a piece. Yes, please. Yeah, I was willing to pay 7.50 for these. And then Corina said, well, if I take all 3 of them, can we do 12.50? And the lady said, of course. I almost fainted. So yeah, they're amazing. I'm just going to take one of them out. Otherwise we'll be here until next Tuesday. It is falling apart. I love it. It is scannable. It's beautiful. There are only a couple of colored images in here, just the front and probably the back as well. I was a little bit confused because on the first page, there are different languages. Yeah, so this is from England, right? But it says in Belgium and it has French in here. It has French, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese and German support. Okay, so it's in another language. But the rest of it, see, other languages, is in German. Well, in English, because, it's from England. So I love all the advertisement pieces. Those are absolutely amazing. I really like them. And I can scan all of them, mostly all of them, because of, copyright free. because it's 100 years old. But I absolutely love these images. Aren't these amazing? Oh, look, look. Yes, this makes my heart sing. Also, really love this fashion, this era. It just looks so comfortable, right? Yes, love, I know. Jackson's be like, let's go play, Mom. No, your mom's working. Yes, they're just beautiful, and I love all the advertisement pieces. And then it also has the actual patterns in here. It's almost completely sort of non-usable anymore, well, as a pattern. But what I really enjoy is it has the sort of the brand or the print name of the magazine on here. So pretty, right? So I'm definitely going to use these. I'll probably go through it, but I'm very careful that it won't break. But it's usable paper, and it's 100 years old. It's already fantastic, and we still need to get to the good part. Yes, so more advertisement pieces. Lovely, lovely, beautiful paper. This is sort of almost newspaper paper. It's matte, it's thin, it's lovely. I absolutely love it. And then we come to the part, this. Different color. It's printed in sort of green tones. And this is a different type of paper. A little bit more smooth, if you will. And these are just, look at those. These are just amazing. I love them so much. Look at those. Yes, and where the staples used to be, they're completely sort of, disintegrated. These used to be metal staples. Don't throw it on the floor, love. Throw it in the bin. Yes, it leaves rusty patches, and we love this. So, yeah. I just lingerie as well. I absolutely love them. I would have paid $7.50 for them. We got all three of them for, oh, that's Dutch. Oh, this whole page is Dutch. Oh yes, this is the part that is for Belgium in Dutch. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. So yes, just $12.50 for all three of them, and I'm still very, very happy I took my negotiator with me. The two other ones are similar. I am very sad that this is not usable anymore, almost. I'm gonna try to scan it, see if I can make something with it, because I absolutely love it. Was that it for paper items? I believe so. You want to do a little bit more haberdashery? Let's. A little bit more haberdashery stuff. Let me show you these ones. These are the push buttons or something, snap-ons or snap fasteners. It says so on the snap fasteners. Yes, I paid €1.50 for this whole bag, and it has, I believe, the two on the front and then one in the back, but I do not know for sure. There might be some in between. Let's find out. Let us find out. And they look absolutely amazing. And also, I did not have this brand yet. I do have, well, do you collect them? Maybe. Oh, I love the backs of these. Yeah, this is Prim or Prime or whatever you want to call it. I do know of this brand, but I don't have these. And these are very, very small. And then these two are Newy. Newy, rust proof. Cool, right? I just like the advertisement piece of this one. Now, for the next lot is these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 items. Now, this was actually another bag with all of these. Yes, that I gifted Sophie. But I did not have this brand, so I took this one out. So I have this one. I love them. Snap fasteners again. It's called snap fasteners for some reason. And these, I just already love the boxes. Did not care what was on the inside. I just love these vintage advertisement pieces. These are actually, I believe these called push pins that you apparently cannot buy anymore in the Netherlands. These ones. Yeah. And this is from Germany. Do not know how old it is, but from Germany. Then also, this is also from Germany, I believe. Yeah, and it's just filled with some vintage buttons and this rusty hook thingy that I absolutely love. I am going to use it somewhere. It looks like Matchbox, but it's not. And then this one, and I love this one. This was the first one I saw, and it had 20 cents on it. So I was like, is that the price? And then the gentleman said, no, that's the price that they used to sell it for. And it's beautiful packaging, and they're in here. There are these sort of small hooks, but different ones. Small hooks like on your bra, right? Something like it. So it's not completely full there, but for me it was just the book, the box. I really like the box. Yeah, and then this one that I haven't opened up, I thought it was all the same. These are little small packs with needles. And I already have some. Not these, of course. I have a whole bunch of these. But they're all the same. They're fantastic. Aren't these just lovely? Yes, they're fantastic. And I thought these were all the same, but I don't think they are. No, because I see something else underneath. So this is Piccadilly trademark. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, they're all different. And they have, it's very thin paper. And they have needles in them. Do they? Are these needles? Oh, these are even needles for sewing machines. Sewing machine needles. Oh, that's cool. Not that I use sewing machines, but you know, I have some needles now. And then this one, Superbia. Yes, Leo Lammerts. I don't know. Are these also for... Well, take my word for it, there are needles inside. Is this the same? No, another one. The same brand as the Prim or Prime. We probably say Prim. And these are normal needles. Just really cute ones. These are the same size as I already have. And then the last one, Gazelle. Yes, number 4, number 5, number 6, and 510. Well, these should be like very, very tiny then. And they, oh my gosh, they are. They are in sort of foil. Well, these are the tiniest needles I've ever seen. What do you do with these? Look at that. Can you see the eye? Oh, I cannot even see the eye on these. So yeah. So haberdashery, all sorts that I absolutely love. So I asked the gentleman about this one, and he told me, well, give me 50 cents for it, or euro, something like. And I was like, okay, well, €1 for sort of, because none of them were priced. €1 for all of them, and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I figured it's going to cost me €5. Then I told him, what about all this? And he says, oh, give me €2.50. So I told him, let's make it 3. Because that's also what I do if I think you're too cheap. Yes, if you're... I say 3. So he looked at me weird, like, okay, most of the times they, you know, go down. I was like, no, sir, this is worth €3 to me. So, yes, more haberdashery. I'm going to put this with haberdashery, even though it isn't. Again, a whole bunch of these. These are all the same, and these are all the same. These are actually medicine boxes from Germany. Most likely Germany. No, this is from France. Schöningen, and this is most likely Germany. They are in very good condition. Yes, pill boxes from a pharmacy, so it will hold your pills. Love them. I do not know exactly. There were a bunch of them, and Karina split them among the 3 of us. I don't really know what she paid for it, for the whole lot, but it was cheap. I believe it was around 50 cents for a box. It came to 50 cents for a box. So, yeah, I picked them up for 50 cents. What will you do with them? Well, I just buy one and put it on display. But this time, I think I'm going to have some of these. Do I have some nearby? For instance, these small little labels or small apothecary labels. I'm going to put them in here for safekeeping and then put them on my desk. Also, I'm going to try to scan the front and make it into a lovely digital for labels. So, yes, lovely. What else do we have? Some hardware. Let me show you some hardware. As you probably know, I have a new obsession with these vintage measuring sticks or thumbsticks or, you know, foldable ruler thingies. And this is a special one. It looks like wood. It isn't. It's actually plastic, and it's a very long one. Yes, normally they're like a meter, but this is up until 1 meter and 80 centimeters. Probably was even longer. No, this was the first one. Yes, so it's a long, long one. I need to figure out how I'm going to detach these from one another. I just love them. I have I'm starting a small collection. Yeah, it's from Sweden. And it's fantastic. No, I'm not going to clean it because the dirtiness, just half the fun. Half the fun. Then, you've probably seen these if you've watched Sophie's video. Yes. Motorcycle plates. Number plates. For, not mopeds. You call them mopeds? I think so. The motorcycles that don't go very fast. Yeah. And these have different dates on them. And they're just glorious. This one is from 1970, which is fantastic because that's, you know, my birth year. 1974. 1967 even. It says In Excess, which is one of my favorite bands from the 80s. Then a newer one from 2006. 1983. Perfect year for music. Then I have a 1998 and a 1996. Different colors. Sophie had the whole box, 55 pieces of them for most likely, well, what did she pay? 30 euros for them? 55 of them. So I have a couple of them. Corina has a couple of them. Yes, because, you know, that's what we want to do. We like to share. And you can put brads in them and then attach them to a journal. Yeah, even the big brads. And, you know, I just love them. Love them. Yes. And then Corina found even 2 things here. This is real rust, so my hands are going to be dirty. Small keyholes. Different ones. She let me pick one. I picked this one. It's real metal love with, you know, rust on it. And then at one vendor, I need to take this out because these are very rusty. One vendor had a whole box of them. And I don't know what they asked a piece, but it was too much. And Corina was like, what if I buy 20 of them? Or, you know, let's do 30 of them. And then it was like, I don't know, 25 cents a piece or something like it. So she bought 30 of them. And, you know, 10 for me, 10 for her, 10 for Sophie. They are all the same, but I don't care. They're just fantastic. On the cover of your journal, just add a brad here, and it just looks fantastic. Right? So I have 10. And I have rusty fingers now. Yeah, so that's really, really cool. Really cool. Something that I'm going to look out for in the future. Okay. I have a big treasure at the end. Before I do the big treasure, some miscellaneous stuff. A quartet game. Yes. I did pay full price for this. Mind you, it was €1. It says so on the box. I have never seen this. It's an old one. New to me. And, you know, I collect these. And these are just glorious. I already love the backs of them. Multicolor, it says. This is probably 50s or 60s. And it's all about, well, animals. This is Animal Quartet. They really remind me of the facade cards from Jacques Thijssen. I believe they're sort of copied. These are the butterflies. And then I have the fishies. Or visgen. You can tell how old it is by the spelling. We don't spell it anymore like this. It's just a double S. Yeah. So fishies and tropical animals. More fishies. A giraffe and such. And then the monkeys. Especially this picture just reminds me so much of a Jacques Thijssen album. Yeah, so most likely they're sort of copied, but I'm okay with this. And then deers and, oh dear, and birdies. And I believe it's a complete quartet. I don't care if it's not complete because I'm not going to play the game. No, I just want it. So for €1, you can come home with me, live with me and all your other quartet friends. Yeah? Then I found a whole bunch of these. Actually, I found 6. There were 3 of us, so we divided them in 3. Of course, I had my negotiator with me because they were all €2 a piece. One of them, because these are actually, let me grab some of these cards. These, I think, were actually made for the collectible facade cards. Look how much this reminds you of the quartet, right? Yeah, because you open it up, it is vintage, they're old. Where does it open up? Where can you put it in? On the top? Oh, on the top. And then you can put your collectible card. And that was a perfect fit. I don't know if they're made for the collectible cards, but one of them had the collectible cards. No, they're not actually made for this, but it is a perfect fit. Just, yeah, it's a little bit bigger. But one of them was half full with collectible cards. Naturally, I gave that one to Sophie. So there were also green ones, brown ones, red ones. Corina did a thing where we bought them for half the price or something. So I'm going to, put collectible cards in here because of loveliness and keep them on my desk. Yeah? Okay. Yes. Big treasure. Well, 2 big treasures. I'm going to start with a lovely box. Well, actually a tub that I bought. It's a big tub. Well, lovely tub. It's not huge, but it's big enough. Now, here's the thing. We were leaving the flea market because they were closing. Now, all the vendors were packing up and most of them are like, oh my gosh, I need to pack it up. I don't want to pack it up. You know how it goes. So then you can get ridiculous prices. So most of this was all on a table. Let me get out what's in here. Not all of it. These are the souvenir card maps. Let's call them those. You buy this when you go to a country like Landeshauptstadt, I don't know, probably Austria or something. You buy them, well, not anymore. This is probably from the 50s, 60s. And then you have these lovely postcards inside here. Yes, different ones. Now, I don't really care for these. Some I really like, some I don't like. But there were a couple of them that I thought were very interesting. Because these are quite a bit older. See these? Yes, these are very, very old. So I really love these. And then these ones as well. With copper, they were copper printed. It looks like sepia or brown. So the more modern ones, I was like, well, maybe there are some nice ones in there. But then I spotted this one. And I already have this one. Found this one years ago. When I still had my shop. And I sold them. Well, not this particular one. And I loved it so much. It is from the San Francisco Bay Area. Yeah, it's been written on, but I don't care about this. Yeah, and then you have the cards on the inside with the sort of more chromolytical type of, the colorful ones. So I really, really like these. But I already had it or something very similar to this. Could have been like a different one. For your information, I have no clue where it is anymore, but I have it somewhere. And I remember looking this up on eBay. And this sells for at least $20 because it's a collectible item. So I already knew I wanted it. There are also lots of postcards in here. These are photographs. Lots of postcards. I already weeded them out. There were some postcards that were just ridiculous and I didn't want it. Just a small amount of these went straight into the bin because they were not me at all. But most of these are vintage. Also, look at this. Yes, these were the... Remember those? Yeah. And it also came with a couple of... Oh, look at her. It's just lovely, right? Yes, most of these are from the 50s and such. But it had some collectible cards in here that at the moment I cannot find. Oh, look at this one. Yes, you want to see what's underneath his kilt? Yeah. And this also moves for some reason. I don't know. It was a really funny one. Let me see if I can get the collectible cards. Yes, these ones. A couple of those. More like pin-up type of... Yes, there were more pin-up type of cards in here that they were just not like... Very distasteful. So I got rid of those. So I have 4 or 5 of these. And I think these are rather old and maybe even a little bit collectible. I need to look into them. I think they're lovely. Lots of cards in here on our royal family as well. I found loads of them. And, I love my royal... Here's another one. I love my royal family and whatever else, and some beautiful prayer cards and such. Now the cards and the maps were all on the table, and then this was on the table separately. And these are photographs. Really? They are? Yes. Look at that one. It's even in sort of a glass, whatever. This is from one family. The gentleman told me after I made the sale. This is all from one family. And the earliest ones that I found in here that are sort of dated on the back. Some of them have dates on the back. This says 1947. Look at that. Yes, you probably have you seen it? Yes, you've seen these. You've seen these because I've already used one of them. The earliest ones I found is 1936, so before the Second World War. A lot of them have look at that, wedding pictures in them as well that I absolutely enjoy. Look at that. That's 60s, right? Yes, so cool. I have not counted them, but I think there are over 200 pictures in here. For sure, over 200 of them, and I just love them. I did not buy the box. Corina bought it for me because she's my negotiator. The top with the photographs, he just asked €5 for it. I was like, are you insane? €5. At that point, I was already like, no, I'm gonna pay you €10. But you know, Corina already paid for me because she knows how I am, and she's like, no, you're gonna buy it for €5. Look at him, he's just glorious. And then all the other stuff was on the table, and the ladies just picked some stuff out. What do you want for this? What do you want for this? And the gentleman was sort of tired, and he was like, well, or you can buy the whole lot for €10. And the ladies were like, I don't want all of it. And I'm like, sure, put everything in. I paid €10. So I paid the €15 that I was sort of hoping to spend on just the photographs alone. And I already, of course, saw this one. I was like, well, if I ever sell this, it's for free. So, love it. And I have a top. Yeah, love them. These are also all manneke piece. It's from Belgium. Also all postcards and such, and photographs. It's just fantastic. So that was for me one of the best finds. But we did not leave the building yet. There was yet another vendor at the end, and we decided to buy one or two more items. Doesn't fit in the screen. It's in centimeters, about 70 centimeters. It's huge. It's an archive box. Let me try to show it like this. An archive box. This is an A5 size. Yes, with a drawer handle in them. And the green, it's just lovely. And it's huge, guys. It's what is the size of my mat is? It's about 30 inches long by 9. This is 9 by 30. Yeah, it's huge. And this one was full with pieces of most likely even antique wallpaper. This is very, very old, very brittle. It's ripping, but look how lovely it is. It's just amazing. And there are a couple of rolls in here, all of them falling apart. But hey. So they had 6. Yeah. And we took all 6 of them. Well, I have 2. Sophie has 4. And Corina was doing a thing, and we paid €15 for 6 of them. Which is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's such a steal. Where am I going to put them? I don't know, guys. But I'm not gonna leave them there. No, they were very lonely. And as a bonus, wallpaper inside. The gentleman that sold them was like, oh, let me get the old paper out of the drawer. And Corina was like, no, just leave it in. We like old paper. She already knew there was wallpaper inside. So, bonus. So that's all the amazing treasures that I found at the flea market. And mind you, I was the one that had the least amount of items. Sophie bought everything she liked. Especially the trims is just amazing. Fantastic. Guys, I'm going to next Sunday, I will have another haul video. Yes, that I am going to film ahead. Why am I filming ahead? This needs to find a spot in my room somewhere. So I need to clean up my room. That's why I'm filming ahead. So next week, next Sunday, I have a haul what we actually found at the thrift shop. Yes. Also beautiful treasures. Fantastic. Guys, thank you for hanging out with me today. Do not forget to watch Sophie's channel if you want to see more thrift hauls like these, because she has some amazing stuff going on. And also, do not forget to follow our ABC April challenge. Yeah? Hoping you can join in. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video with a letter. Don't know which letter, loves. No, I have no clue. But I know tomorrow is Monday, and Monday is the day that I film. So I'm going to do a project with one of the letters. Yeah? Fantastic. Have an amazing rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, bye guys.